Alright, what's up, guys? Victorum fans, Victorum Gaming fans, and SPQR fans. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back. We are finishing up our trilogy here on the scenarios for the Iberians, and we're wrapping up with one called Headhunting here, and it's got a really funky deployment. So I haven't really seen this in many other missions yet, or any, I think. So let's take a dive into it, and we'll talk about it. So. Both players, as normal, have equal denarii. Iberian player is an attacker here, and then the enemy player is obviously the defender, as it says. The defending player deploys all their models, and then the Iberian player deploys all their models. And that's actually a really cool sort of consistent thing across all three of the Iberian scenarios. In every instance, if you're playing the Iberians, you get to see what the other person's putting down and where first, which is really strong. Again, we like to talk about that, but having that kind of information, knowing what their army is, how it's set up, all that stuff, lets you then game plan and put your things in where you need to go. Also, both players then roll a dice with the Iberian player adding 2 to the result. The highest player gets the first phase. So again, not guaranteed that you are going first as well as the Iberian player. Of course, it's nice when you double up and get to deploy second but go first. But again, this is a really funky deployment. But that being said, you adding 2, we'll probably see that most of the time. That being said as well, though, anybody who's played games long enough knows that, like, yeah, you get +2 to your roll, but that 1 or 2 will come up, and then the opponent's rocking like a 5 or 6 and still beats you. So it happens. So don't when you're deploying, don't just assume you're going first unless you have other ways to manipulate that in some way. But no special rules for the scenario. So. And this one's got it's basically a kill 'em all mission, but with a little twist to it, which I like to see. If every mission's just kill the other side, that gets kind of boring after a while. So a challenge is good, and this one's really interesting. The Iberian player can claim victory if they kill or drive off all the enemy heroes, which is not necessarily easy, right? Depending on the size of the game, the levels of the heroes involved and all that stuff, especially if some of the more nasty special characters are playing here, this could be tough to possibly impossible. So because guess what, their heroes are probably not all going to be off by their lonesome waiting for you to pounce on them with just overwhelming force. So and in a certain way, you're definitely going to have to whittle down the enemy to get at those heroes. And of course, a smart defending player is going to do their best to keep their heroes safe for as long as possible. And if it gets to that point where the hero's got to kind of break and run, they might just do that and just draw the game out. That being said, what a lot of these scenarios are missing and would be necessary for like tournament play would be or other organized plays, like you got to put some sort of turn limit on there, because let's say you're winning as the Iberian player, at some point you will naturally probably hunt down and corner and then potentially kill their heroes. So the game of attrition at some point will come into play there. So, some sort of turn limit, realistic limit on that, because again, unless the enemy side is winning and, they might lose all but one of their heroes, right? You feel like you've maybe been winning the whole battle. You just got that one last hero left, but then somehow they come back and, all that work is for nothing. So some sort of way to tweak that a little bit. But overall, this is just a really cool scenario. I definitely like it, and would be interesting to, play this heads up, or like in a rematch, or even tweaking those victory conditions to where it's like you win basically by killing the other side's heroes, just straight up, would be cool as a variant of this. Or providing some sort of if we're going off like victory points or something like that, you get X amount per level of hero killed or something like that. But this is a great sort of base for this type of mission, and then you could really do all kinds of really interesting things with it as well. So but overall, really cool scenario to wrap things up for the Iberians here. Again, if you're playing with the Iberians, all your scenarios take advantage of you essentially deploying second and pretty much always going first too. So again, that's a hell of a combination in many cases. And this is a really interesting deployment too, because you'll get to see where the defender is putting their stuff. And some places they're closer to you, some they're further away. There's obviously a lot of middle ground here, basically a 24-inch square, right in the smack dab center there. So it could be really interesting, and just depending on the factors involved. So Iberians are going to be more infantry based with a lot of skirmisher type dudes as far as combat ability. That being said, they have some nasty stuff they can bring too, but on the other hand, I feel like they will definitely struggle against some of the tougher armies out there, more defensive-minded armies. So stuff like Spartans, for example, would probably give Iberians fits, like good luck killing their characters, unless you really just found a way to crack that phalanx open or something like that. Or good luck with killing like somebody like Leonidas, or if you're the Persians and you got like Artemisia or something like that. There's just so many nasty special characters that you might run into with this. But that being said, Iberians definitely have a lot of tricks, and depending on the terrain setup too, right? Here again, a lot of these pictures just look like it's big old wide open battlefields. So some of that will, either be advantage or disadvantageous to one or more of the sides. So, but again, just a solid table with some variety to it. It really shouldn't just be a big ass open battlefield that just really can almost predetermine certain matchups. So, but like I said, it's a really great base of a mission that we can certainly do a lot of variations with, and is really cool too. Because again, just plain old boring kill 'em all missions, that's kind of okay, but after a while we do need to see some different things. So hope you guys enjoyed our little look at the Iberians here. If you could, drop us a like and comments if you played this already, or have some other ideas or questions, and a subscribe if you haven't already. And then hope you guys have a great day, and stay tuned for more SPQR content.